YouTube. I'm giving up on TikTok. I was trying to live again. I evidently I got suspended again because I'm doing something wrong. I must have said something wrong or whatever, but I guess it wasn't meant for me. You know what I mean? Well, oh well. Oh well. I must be saying wrong words, um, degrading somebody or something. Who the heck knows? But it is what it is. You gotta watch what you say on TikTok. I don't think I said anything wrong, but I'm gonna back out and come back in. Well, we'll see. One thing, it's another. But oh well. Sorry, I'm taking my morning pills. Um, but I must have said something because I guess I got I got revoked again. I only did like 3 lives. I must have did something or said something. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. So I guess I'll be back to focusing straight on YouTube, which I like YouTube better anyway. But it is what it is. But good morning, good morning. How y'all doing? I'm setting up my morning coffee. I think I'm see if I can get some of that. What the heck it is? There it is. Add some of that mushroom stuff to this so it can be extra nasty. Next time I go home, I'm gonna get that. It comes in a green bag, but it's got the right stuff for your gut health, and I definitely need that. Again, I can always tell when I need something, you know. But we're starting early because I got to. I'll be leaving in a minute to deliver. I just wanted to. Uh, extra horrible, but it's okay. Just needed a minute to gather my thoughts. I've been driving since 1 o'clock this morning, and you know, but I'd rather had pushed through to get this load than to go back to Carolina. That load is a pain in the butt because I would literally ran out of hours once I got there, and that's not good. and they don't want no excuses and yada yada yada. And I'm tired of giving them to you. You know what I mean? But he called me with this one. He said, "Do I think I can make it?" I said, "I'd rather do this one than the other one." So I'm on it. Let's see when it's telling me I'm gonna get there. Let's see here. Hold on, guys. Bear with me one moment. Gotta do the trucker thing. Route to stop. Do, 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 do. 42 minutes. Okay. I'm gonna go when it says I'll get there at 7 o'clock. So we'll hang tight for a minute. Um, some few things I just wanted to talk about this morning. About cruising, and I think I'll be honest with you. I think point this down a little bit. I think I'm hating on Carnival because of them the way they changed up. They're being more family friendly because that's how they make their money, bringing all the families and these bad behind kids. You know, I'm resentful because my son's 30. I done did my work, and I did a bad job at that. To be honest with you, I don't need to be seeing all these kids whipping and running around without their parents, and that's what happens 90% of the time. When my son was young, my eyes was on him. We had, hey, get over here. That New York attitude, get over here. You stay within my sight, and you act like you got some sense. And if you don't, I got a problem with it. But and don't get me wrong, the sail away parties I was watching on this other cruises channel where she's done like 72 cruises for peace sake. That's a lot. Um, in a matter of not that many years, but she's retired, so good for you. But she was saying how good it was, and I'm like, first of all, the sail away parties on Carnival have always been corny to me, but my wife loves them. She loves to be in the middle of it, the dance party, and she's in the middle. Just have that's her thing, She enjoys it. And now they switched it up. They've got the kids in the middle of the thing and dancing, and you know, yeah, I'm hating because I think that's stupid. Um, they done ran the you know where the fans at dance to death, but they've ran the Macarena. They've ran all these other line dances to death. So what is the difference? Do you see what I'm saying? What is the difference? The you know the fan dance. Most of the people that are on the trail rides are sick of them too. Be honest with you. Um, but I've gotten enjoyment out of the sail away party, watching my wife get in the middle of the dance floor and dance and enjoy herself. I can't dance. I don't want to be bothered with it. I can do the two step. I don't want to be bothered with it. But she, hold on, forgot to check the messages. Hey, hey, Blue Chicken, ain't seen you in a minute. How you doing? Hey, Mike, good morning. Hey, Crooked Peach, how you doing? How you doing? I'm sitting there talking and not even not even acknowledging. I'm sorry, but I'm a little tired and delirious. But I mean, it's $1 billion company. They have to make their own decisions on what they want to do. Just like I have to make my own decisions on do I want to still um, do the chicken dance. Do I still want to cruise with them? And like I said, I got two cruises with them right now. Still ain't figured out how we paying them, but we broke too. We gonna figure that out. But I've got two cruises with them, and they're really nice ones. So we're gonna figure it out after that. But I finally convinced the wife to let's go to Virgin Voyages, which is adults only. So that's the next one. Oh, no acknowledgement. I get you. I feel you. Um, no, yeah, cookie. Yes, you need to do the chicken dance when you're in the chicken coop with your chickens. That'd be funny. I think that'd be fun. That's another thing. I guess I will go with it. Some folks that are in our YouTube streets are putting out some funny behind shorts that have me dying. And I'm like, wait, kudos, keep going with it. How you came up with that one is beyond me. My stitch is you guys watching me screw up my lawn. I got 30 new subscribers just for that. So I'm gonna be working more with that. I made a mistake. You know, the lawnmower is supposed to be level like that, but I think my lawnmower was like the height of cut was like this. No, or something like that. I think it was like a Papa Wheelie, and I didn't realize it, so I adjusted it, and I wanted to go lower. Because the Bermuda needs to be cut lower, and I don't know either. Bermuda needs to be cut lower, and I went to no, I mean, bro, I've been on Carnival. I've been on 8 cruises. Didn't have no problem. Not one. The problem is that a choice few have messed it up for everybody else. It's young people getting on the cruise that have never drank before, have never that don't have no couth, no mama training. My mother would have never let me go out the house in my pajamas or slippers or that stupid bonnet on their head. They're becoming you on a vacation and you walking around like you ain't got no daggone sense. There's a lady, she's mad that Spirit Airlines. There's a lady that's mad that Spirit Airlines would not let her board the plane. You know why? Cause I looked at she was in her drawers, her panties, and had a pink so-called Versace robe on. You're in public, okay? Tell the chickens I said hey, and she was in public, and this is okay. You're dressed like nobody wants your booty juice on a seat. I'm sorry. I mean, really. And these choice few have messed it up for everybody else. Every other group of people can do whatever the heck they want, but when a choice few from us, it's all of us. It's all of us that are doing this. We're all criminals. We're all thugs. But guess what? Society has made it seem like that because look at the cop shows. Who are the criminals in the cop shows? 99.9% of the time, they're black drug dealers in the cop shows and the cop movies, or they're Mexican, or they're freaking Mexican. So you can't differentiate between fantasy and reality because you think everybody's like that. You think everybody's a criminal, and I think it's stupid. But Carnival's got this new island resort that they opened up called um, I think it's Celebration Key or something like that, and everybody's so excited about it. But I started laughing for two reasons. One content creator said, I went and everything was great until I walked barefoot into the water on the beach. It was solid, hard rocks, jagged rocks, not sand anymore. The sand on the beach was great, but as soon as I walked in the water, it was jagged rocks, and you need to have, uh, they have like shoes that you would wear, water shoes. And they, the lady said it was like that on the children's side and also on the adults only side. So you spent all these millions, but you didn't have nobody just take a walk in the water. I think that's stupid. You could have dredged up some extra sand and put it there. And another thing, now think about this one. Let's just use some common sense. There's a well-known shark-infested area close to Celebration Key, literally 12 miles away. Literally 12 miles away. So if one of your babies had a little a micro nick on them, and blood comes out, those sharks are coming your way. They don't. It sounds like they don't have, like up in New York on Long Island. When I grew up, they would have, in some of the resorts that I've seen, they have an area where you can swim, and it has a net, so no big fish can get in there. But it's well known that the area where this place is, and this comes from a guy on TikTok that sues the cruise lines. That area is a well-known shark-infested area. My father was like that, bro. My father was like that. I tell the story all the time when all my friends got in trouble for shoplifting, and the cop asked me why I didn't. I said I said because my father would kill me, and he thought I was joking. I said no, no, sir. He would kill me, so I don't do that mess. You know what I mean? And let's be honest. If you watch Good Times, there was no positive show out of that show. My wife watches it every Saturday, over and over. No positive. Everything bad. It would be good for a minute, then it would go straight to bad. It's probably because they never had no black writers write it. The guy was Jewish. Nothing against Jewish people, but it always was. It was okay. Then it went straight to bad. That's why they killed off James Evans, because he kept on saying, "Look, this is getting ridiculous. You got JJ acting the fool all the time," and he did an interview about it, and they killed him off. Think about it. Think about it. And it's the same thing. 8 cruises with Carnival had no problems, nah problem. But I didn't go to the club. I went to the comedy club, stuff like that. After that, I could care less. You know what I mean? Because I want to get me some sleep. them days of the club, that was 20, 30 years ago. It wasn't. It's not now. You know. And you go into the club with the DJ who 9 times out of 10 ain't American, so he don't know what you listening to anyway. That had nothing to do with other countries, but 9 times out of 10. Yeah, but even bro, Blue Chicken about survival in tough times. But every once in a while, something good happens. The only, let me correct. The only good times was the last show that they had, where they got out of the hood. Where so and so was moving into a bigger building, and Michael went to college, and JJ was blah 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 blah. But see, this is the thing. Some of us have made it out. Some of us wasn't hood. I wasn't brought up in the hood. My neighborhood was surrounded by the hood, but I wasn't brought up in the hood. So I don't act like I'm a thug, cause I ain't. And my father made sure of it. I get more trouble being in fights. When I was younger. No, that's why I have so much restraint now. That's why I have so much restraint now. Yeah, I talk a big game, but nah, I really don't. I don't want to fight. I don't. Especially on vacation. But the other thing I want to talk about, like they said, they're not telling you about the shark infested waters that are 12 miles away. A shark can, you got to cut. If you nick your toe on one of those rocks, them jagged rocks, and you got a little bit of blood, that shark is sensing smorgasbord and he coming your way. And you on vacation. The next thing you know, so and so got bit, a shark attack. You know? And you got to do your homework. And now in Celebration Key, they only want, see, Perfect Day at Coco Cay is a small island, but I got to give it to them. They fed you. You can get up and get another one. Get up, get another sandwich, get some fries, get this, get that. They had a bigger place where you could get the whole day. You just kept on going back. Carnival, you get one meal and that's it. You got to pay for everything else. I ain't telling y'all what to do, but that's stupid. Especially when you spending. And they said, well, Carnival is the uh, Carnival is the Walmart. Okay, it's Walmart, but I spent 3,500, and then I'm gonna drop another 1,000 before we get off this boat. So it ain't that cheap, really. It ain't that cheap. But Carnival's this, and like I said, I'm not for or against, but I'm just saying, think about some of this stuff. And to add to it, I wanted to talk about, and my condolences go out to the family, Michael Jamal. Um, Michael Jamal, what was that? Michael Jamal Warner. And guys, let me just say this: if you go on vacation, either if you're on land, or do a land vacation, a sea vacation, just use some common sense. What do I mean by that? We do some dumb behind stuff when we're on vacation. I almost went out. I remember I was yelling at Charles. You told him to speed up, and I didn't realize I told the guy to speed up, and on this water slide. up there in Costa Rica. And I almost came flying out that daggone thing. Probably would have broke my daggone neck. And I had to go back and watch the video, and I manned up and apologized to him. Because I agreed and said, let's go for it. Like a dummy. We do dumb stuff when we're on vacation. I'm not saying that Michael did anything dumb. But you got to know your limits. You got to know your limits. You got to know what you're capable of. A lot of people will get on these jet skis, ain't never in their life driven a jet ski before in their life. Don't know how to attack the wave and go flying. Don't know what they doing. You gonna end up breaking your daggone neck. Jump out in the middle of the water, thinking you 15, 16, 17, and you're not. You can't. You don't have the stamina to get out there and swim. I remember in boot camp, I was in the Navy. To qualify, you had to jump in the water, and you had to tread water for 5 minutes, and then you tread water for 5 minutes, then you had to swim to the end of the Olympic-sized pool. I'm not, because I grew up. We had a pool in my backyard. I grew up, so I'm showing off and looking around or whatever. And then when it was time to swim to the end of the Olympic-sized pool, I had no more energy left. I had no more energy left, and I literally struggled. I had to lay on my back and float to get there. When you are on vacation, you got to make sure that your common sense does not leave reality. They've got this thing, and people don't. There's no common sense. There's no common sense. What am I saying by that? Swimming with the pigs. I'm like, I'm not swimming with no nasty behind pigs. Oh, they're so cute. But as soon as they get in the water, as any animal does, they don't say like we do. Excuse me, let me go to the bathroom and poop and then wipe my booty and come out and swim with you again. No, they'll be in that water dropping turds all over the place. And then you're taking up the flesh eating bacteria that's coming from them turds. Or horses. You ever been on a real horse ride? And the horse is dropping doo-doo every 5 minutes. So you think it's going to be like romantic, like a Hallmark movie. You're walking in the water during the beach, and your man is bare chested, and your woman that ain't is not 300 pounds, and you're walking in the sunset, and you can hear the trickling of the water. No, you got floating doo-doo. Horse doo-doo is even worse, and you're floating through this. Let's use some common freaking sense, guys. And these excursions are overpriced. I don't do excursions no more. My wife wants to do them. I don't want to do them because it's a waste of time. We did one excursion. It was years ago. The guy was telling there used to be a building there for such and such, but hurricane whatever blew that away. There used to be a building there for whatever, but hurricane Thelma blew that one away. Well, then what are we on this for? This is stupid. I could be back at the boat eating more food. I'm just saying. I could be back in the boat eating more food. Hello, somebody. I'm just saying. But that's what's going on. It's more family. A lot of these boats are moving to. And look, Blue Chicken. I don't even do cruise ship pools anymore because it dawned on me right up here in this little noggin. People don't get out there water to go to the bathroom. Chicken poop is okay. Nah, I don't do chicken poop either. Chicken poop is funky. But we're not this year, but the following year we're cruising out of Australia. Um, and the wife is scared because she said everything in Australia kill you. She's right though. But we ain't staying long. Good, yeah, it's good for the garden. Um, yep, yep, yep. Alrighty. What the heck? Alrighty. You know what? Let's get going. Turn you around. Uh-oh. Nope. I gotta fix that. Let's see here. I'll let you know what port we're gonna be in or whatever. I ain't figured all the whatever's yet. But what the heck? I done hit the wrong thing. Hold on. All right. All right. Let's get to work before I wind up being late, and then I'm being real trouble. All right. Let's get the heck out of here. Hold on. All right. Time to get to work. But the thing that is it it's kind of hard for folks to understand that you got to know what you can handle. I used to ride motorcycles, so when we went four wheeling, I know how to handle myself on a four wheeler. I already know that you can't take four wheeler, at high speeds of turns. You're gonna flip the daggone thing. But my wife, who was on the back, she just kept on moving. I'm telling, look, babe, you gotta take it easy. We'll lose balance and hit stuff. In one video, my GoPro got knocked up, and the next thing you know, I didn't realize it. And I'm videotaping all the trees, and we almost ran into the fence twice because she would not stop moving. So I said that to say this: know what you can handle. I used to swim like a shark. Do that no more because I'm out of shape. I'm old. I can't. I don't have that ability. I don't have that ability to swim like that anymore, and I have to watch it. You know what I mean? Um, just know what you can handle, especially in other countries, man. Like I'll get in the water, but the deepest I'm going is waist high, and I believe I am a good swimmer. I'll get in the water, but I'm only going waist high. what the heck. But again, where was that? Oh, it was the same place in my my when you go to my page, you see the zip lining. Now, don't get me wrong, I can do the zip lining, but now I learned one thing: I'm not doing zip line unless it's got a safety line. And they had the safety lines in Costa Rica. Some of these zip lines around here, it's only one line. Well, what if that line snaps? You're screwed. So, like I said, use some common sense. Nah, I don't think I'm gonna do this. Or, and now I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm just saying. Just think about it and figure out what you want. Figure out what you want out of your vacation. Because what you want might not align with what where you're going. Like you said, Connor was known for this violent stuff. No, it's just ignorant people. Most people, black, white, or indifferent, don't want that. They on vacation. Even if you from the hood, I escaped the hood so I can go on vacation. But other people, they don't care. They just want to fight. So when I can spot one of them a mile away. There was a video of a lady that had a problem. I think he was a security guard or a cop, and she attacked him. You got to be the biggest moron in the world. Uh-oh. I was wondering why it's so dark. I had the lights on. Attacking a security guard and or cop, and it's on video. And the guy says, "Back off, back off, back off," and she just kept on him and then he pulled out the taser and zapped her. And you could tell she was about that life because she got out real quick after that. You zap me, I'm not getting up real quick. And then the boyfriend now he got to defend her poor choices, and he's telling him back off. See, here's the thing: you can't just say, "Look, I told you to leave a man alone." No, now you the bitch and everything else. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. Catch a train to me. I would love to go to Australia to get on one of those um outback truckers. To get you know to drive across the continent. That would be something. Shoot, I could barely do this. Talk about have a drivetrain with 253 pulling 253 footers. Woo, boy, on some questionable roads, that would be a hot mess. That would be a hot freaking mess, bro. But either way, I think, like I said, you know, I'm gonna be quiet, quitting Carnival, and just moving on because my my status. I think I had two more cruises, which is these next two, to hit platinum. But it's a waste of time now. So I'll be moving on to a different. I'll be moving on to a different cruise, you know, lines and trying them out and see which fits best for my family and my friends. You know what I mean? Boy. All right. Woo. half a mile. Join the highway. Time to join the highway right now. I'm definitely taking a nap. When I get in the dock, you can believe that. Brother is tired. Oh, you setting up for your winter garden, Mike? Yeah, 'cause September's right around the corner, man. Ain't that crazy? This that's crazy. This year is gone. This year is flying. Ooh, thank God the sun's coming up. But I know one thing, I'm gonna need a nap. I know one thing, I'm gonna need a nap. But guys, I'm down to, I think, I gotta look today. I think I'm about 3,000 miles. 3,000 miles from officially million miles. So, like I hope I make it. Yeah, I know I'll make it, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. But we had to finagle the logs so I could do this and get there on time and so forth and so on. So if I'd have just left when I was done yesterday, I'd have been screwed. I wouldn't have made it. So you just gotta watch. You gotta watch what you're doing and watch where you're going with this trucking mess. I'm hoping my watering will make the lawn pop. It's supposed to get We're supposed to get one or two good rains this week. I'm hoping. Seems like every storm come through is just everywhere, but on above my house. I wish it just come on and give me a good rain. But hey, it is what it is. I found a guy that can deliver me 18 tons, which is a dump truck load of dirt. I'm gonna have it dumping on my front lawn so I can even out that slope. I got a slope, and where I'm gonna have him dump it, it won't be. It'll be like 2 feet for where I could just stand there for two and a half, 3 days, and chuck dirt around and rake it and level it off, and it'll be a workout. But I'll set it up to take three days off, and for 2 days just chucking dirt to level it off. You know what I mean? Because when I mow over there, I'm mowing at a slant. Oh, okay. Oh man, do it. This freaking coffee ain't working. Oh boy, it's 20. So once I hit 20, it's 7 more miles. So I got 27 miles there, and once I get close, then I'm gonna shut it. I'm gonna shut it down for the day, and hopefully we'll figure it out from there. Another thing that people have been talking about is that on these cruise ships, you get what's called gratuities at the end of your vacation, and they say it goes now. They they were saying it goes to your room steward and the people that work behind the scenes and your wait staff. I'm not going to take that away from them. I'm going to keep that, and I'm still give extra to the wait staff and my room steward because I appreciate them. Because again, I'm on vacation. I'm not going to be a cheapskate. I'll be a cheapskate at home. Because everybody thinks that it's automatic. You need to be tipping. No, I ain't tell you to get that job. But if you give me good service, I'm a tip. My wife's usually the one that calculates the tip. Because if it's me, you get $5, $10. That's it. You better be happy you got that. Oh man. Whew. Okay. We need to get over. Flashing lights. Not good. Nobody wants to let us over. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, 18. Oh boy, what a day. What a day, what a day. Let's see. Might get lucky and get something to pick up and do something with it, but at this point, I'm ready to relax. But we'll see. I gotta call my dispatcher this morning and get my off time. I'm taking off the first, second, and third, and then then I'm not gonna be back till it's time to go on the cruise. So I can take my vacation. I need to look up. I think I'm on. I think I get 4 weeks this year. I ain't never been a job that long that I get 4 weeks off. That's gonna be freaking awesome. I'm hoping it's 4 weeks or 3 weeks or something. Something. You know. At this point, I need something. But it is what it is. Let's see, where we at? 17 mile, 24. Woo, lordy. It's just crazy. I was looking at some people that we came in the YouTube world together, and they just blowing it out the box. And I'm not hating. I'm actually happy for them. Hey, keep going. Man. Get bigger. Don't forget the little people when you get up there. I never thought I'd be above 2,000, but I am, and I'm starting to get return visitors to check out my stuff. So I got to come up with better ideas and better whatever. But we'll figure that out. We ain't got no choice. I don't know if I'll get home tonight, but we'll see. Boy, and again, I'm happy I got this low because the other one, I think I made it. See, this leaving in the middle of the night and picking up and going, it is a hot mess, but it's got to be done. There was one guy was mad at truck drivers said because a truck driver, be honest, and it's not even opinion, it's facts. Everything that you got was delivered by a trucker. Everything, everything you got. Well, okay, when they take it off a train, guess where it has to go? A truck driver still has to bring it to a factory. Then that factory has to put it in a truck to be delivered to the stores where you pick it up. Everything comes by a truck. He said, "Well, we don't do. All we do is sit on our ass." If that's the case, why am I so freaking tired right now? stupid. But it is what it is. But oh man, what the heck is going on here? Oof. I got the AC on stupid blast, bruh, bruh. God, the delirium is kicking in, but it's all right. I got 21 more miles till nappy time, nap time. Well, what it is you go. We're going to Costco this time, and they give you a buzzer, and then they'll tell you what door, and then you park at one spot, and you wait your turn, and then you go to the next spot, and then you go in there. You know, but, hey, I'm happy we getting there, but boy, it's been an experience this morning. All right, let's see where we at. Collinsworth, Palmetto. Trying to figure out when we gonna hit that traffic, cause it's coming. Martin. I used to work for them. Never again. Never again. Leave me alone. Never again. Whew. So what y'all got planned this week? Like I said, I'm just trying to get through the week so I can go home. I like to get that load of dirt, but I think I'm gonna focus on switching my doorbell camera. I got two holes in the middle right now. I gotta seal them up, and then I'm gonna put the doorbell camera on the brick because it looks real stupid where it's at. So I'm gonna be working on that. We're gonna seal those holes up, and then we're gonna just start cleaning up the front of the house. Get some painting done, and get some of these shingles replaced, and a few other things. And we're gonna that's what I'm gonna be working on, or working out, or whatever. We'll see. We'll figure it out. Ain't got no choice. We'll figure it out. Oh boy, what the heck? 11. Whew. Boy, Mike, I'm freaking dying here, man. But I got 17 more miles to go. We gonna get it. Then after that, we shutting it down. See y'all manana. Hey, Mike, I made one video. Forgot I left the camera on and went and cut the neighbor's yard. So I'm gonna drop that video anyway. But I don't know if I might just do a play-by-play or something. I'm not just wasting that time. I'm not gonna waste that time that I did. I'm gonna drop that video. I know it sounds stupid, but I'm gonna do something. Everything is everything is a story. We see if we can come up with something. Figured out. Ain't got no children. Nine. Whew. Where are we at? Where am I at? I love my 4K camera. I got to start looking at some of the videos I drop with that 4K and see if it's really that clear. I love that 4K. That 4K camera. I only paid like 160, 170, between 160 and 170, and I like it. I really enjoy that camera. And we figured out more long formed. I stopped doing it for a while. That's why my hours then tanked. But I got to start doing some more long form lawn care videos and stuff like that. I got to. Wow. Gotcha. I need some editing software for my laptop. I need some editing software for my laptop. I do everything on my phone, which is really stupid, but it's easy, you know. It's easy for me. No, I keep on forgetting. I'm sorry. I'll go once I park. I do it today. Once I park, I'll go check you out. Apologize. I've just been a lot of this late night, and then soon as I'm in bed, in the bed struggling to get to sleep, and I'm not taking anything. Cause what I normally do is be taking like melatonin or something, and I need to get out of that and just try to sleep on my own because it messes up my sleep patterns. You know, it really messes up my sleep patterns, and I don't want to make it worse. And I've been making it worse over the years. Because I have a fear of falling asleep at the wheel. I don't want to do it. Whew, that mushroom coffee ain't no joke, bro. Bro. Oh man. Whew. Yes, sir. Oh man. Let's see where we at. It seems like it's gonna be forever to get to Highway 2, Interstate 285, but that's what we're gonna get to. Where are we? Everybody waking up now. Let's see. Yeah, I-285 6 miles ahead. Yeah, that's what we're trying to get to. Uh, All right, guys. I need to focus on this last few miles. I'm going. I'm going to cut. I'm gonna cut it. We've almost been up here for an hour. Coming up next at 7 o'clock. Wellness with Frugal Mama, and after that, cruising is fun anytime, and go live together. And Miss T with cruising is fun anytime. She comes on at 9 o'clock. And Miss T with the T at 9:15. I will catch you guys later. Um, and as always, just say a prayer for me. But as always, you don't think anybody loves you. No, I love you and God loves you. Y'all stay blessed, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Deuces.